us. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Okay, I put you on the spot.
I recording.
I'm sorry. I had to switch it to gear.
Welcome to the podcast. This is how we do it.
That's how I do it.
We just throw you in. Yeah, we just throw you in. These are. Let me let you guys know real quick though. We have a birthday girl in the house.
Yes, first and foremost.
Yes.
Birthday girl. One time for the
Clapping for
birthday.
y'all in
2 times for her birthday. Hey, look at it, it's your birthday. Hey. Okay, birthday girl. What's your name?
Jazz. I'm the birthday girl. Period. I'm Sydney from the other valley, Moreno Valley.
Sorry, but she got a whole shout out, whole tagline. I love it. And you know us, it's your girl Nalia and
Angelique, period. Hey, friend.
Okay, so we've been talking lately on the podcast about conspiracy theories. So we decided that is what we're going to kick off with today. We want to know one of y'all's conspiracy theories. Share with
If
the
you
class.
have one.
Yes.
Oh, who's going first?
You, Jesse.
I think I do conspiracy theories.
I feel like mine is ridiculously controversial, and it is definitely going to expose some of my overall belief systems, but this is just a conspiracy theory. It is something that I'm intrigued by, I'm entertained by, and it's interesting. Because I feel like an age-old question is, why historically are white people so evil? And there is a theory that they are not from here. That they are not, like, genetically human. And I don't know if you think about it, a white person cannot naturally have a black child, but a black person can naturally have a white.
Oh, like albino?
Child. Yes.
Yeah.
Or even just a lighter child without having any other mixture. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like there's something there.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a genetic mutation. They're going to think
Something.
you don't like white people.
I know.
White people cool.
Right.
We just say you're not from here. That's it.
Right, get your cousin. You got issues with us.
But low key, kind of going on with that, they say that like that's why white people maybe can't handle the sun because they're not from here, so they're not built to like handle the sun from the the same wavelengths that we do.
With being without melanin is a genetic mutation.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the eye color, the hair. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? They used to say that about us, low key, back in the day. They used to say that we weren't really human. That's why they had us in zoos. That's crazy.
Clock that.
Right, like that teeth.
It's a full circle moment for me.
Interesting.
Oh, was that a projection? Did them,
It's scary.
white people back in the old days, did they know something we didn't? And they were literally overcompensating. Because when you think about it, what could make you possibly believe black people are not from here? How?
Right.
They don't.
Like,
So I'm gonna piggyback off of what you're saying right now, and I'm gonna talk about my conspiracy theory, which is that racism is a mental illness.
clock it.
Clock all the
Because
T's.
something is definitely
Something is wrong. I think that it's a personality disorder that they don't want to classify because then they have to admit that they have a problem. Right.
Dang.
Not to say that them having a mental illness will enable them, but that it'll be a crutch. Like they don't, want that to be a crutch that they can fall on. Like, oh, that's my conspiracy.
No, that's valid.
I think so. I think they stick in the head.
Like they almost can't help it because it's almost innate. It's not.
It's
Everybody's
innate.
always saying like, "Oh, racism is learned," and like I do agree with that. Racism can be learned, but there are some people who are born very hateful, and for some reason, it's targeted to certain groups that most likely have not even done them wrong. So what is it? Like, is it a mental illness? Like
It has to be. If you guys
okay.
All right, what about you, Sydney? I think I heard you say you don't really have one. What's your stance on conspiracy?
I don't know. I just feel like I just don't believe in them. It's just I feel like there's so much unknown in the world, but at the same time, I don't like to complicate my life.
I feel
think
like
about other things, and I'm not gonna lie, it is scary. Like most of them are scary, and I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't know,
so you're just like
yeah,
accept it more so than like not believe it.
And I don't know, it was like my sister, she loves conspiracy theories, and I think that's why, because she be off the wall with that. I said, girl, can we just think about normal? Life is already hard without.
Let's be realistic.
Let's talk about taxes.
Right, let's keep it in our realm of normalcy.
For real, because it's like, I don't know.
That's valid though,
That's
because
practical.
yeah, I think like a conspiracy that I feel like I blanked on the many conspiracies that I tend to have. I think not so much having conspiracy theories is more so that if I hear something that's like off the wall and they're like, oh, this is possibly in existence, I'm just like privy to like believing it. Like I'm inclined.
You're like, there's some truth to that.
Right? Yeah.
It's like we're creative, but like there's always a source for whatever it is that we're creating.
You know what? I don't have a conspiracy theory, but I have a theory.
Okay.
I guess you can say it's a conspiracy theory depending on if you believe it or not. But I think, girl, I think that aliens are actually demons.
Oh.
Okay.
I think they're fallen angels trying to pretend. It's like I don't know.
So you
I'm
know,
so crazy right now.
That's okay.
They communicate with aliens right now. You think those are demons?
Yes.
Ooh.
Because think about it. I was just talking to Jazzy about it, like mass deception or whatever. It's like if you want to pretend to do something, you need to set the stage very gently, very subtle, right?
Right.
You start with what? You start with movies. You start with little tiny things. Make people believe it. And then back 50 years ago, aliens were really something that people really didn't believe in at all.
Yeah.
But you see how we're slowly believing it now? They're setting the stage up for something big. Because there ain't no way that now it's aliens are declassified or like, you know,
that's
they
right.
declassify something.
Yes, they released whatever paperwork that said that aliens were real and there were different instances.
Yes.
And it's like, and it was at such a random time. I don't remember exactly when they released it, but it was in recent years.
But it's like they've been new. Why now? Like, why are you setting it up? Like, I'm just noticing little things. Like, it's getting to something big, and it's happening in the sky. It's like there's something going on. That's what I believe. I don't know. There's gonna be some type of fake alien abduction happening. That's gonna cover something else up. That's how I feel. I guess that's a conspiracy theory, right?
That's a conspiracy theory.
That's
I like that. A good conspiracy theory is gonna scare you. It's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you question everything around you.
There's gonna be some type of truth to it.
And there has to be a little bit of truth to
Otherwise,
it.
you wouldn't believe it.
Because where did it come from?
Right. Yeah.
Fuck that. I like that.
I guess I had one.
I feel like it's believable because, like, America, we're known for excess propaganda. And so I feel like they could be setting us up because we have been seeing a lot of alien stories and all of a sudden the government's talking about aliens. What? And it was so random. Like,
So my question, when it comes to aliens and like America, okay, cool, but what do you think the aliens are doing with the other countries? Are the aliens just leaving China alone? Like,
where they're just messing with
right?
us.
Like they're just
Right,
messing with us? Like,
Yeah, I feel like when I do hear about like places with high activity, it is like the Mojave Desert. I don't hear about like Russia.
Yeah. Like, where are the foreign aliens at?
do other cultures talk about aliens? Is that a thing?
Kind of. Okay, so growing up, there was like one Bollywood movie I watched where there was an alien, but that was the one and only. He was like blue and really, really cute, and his name was Magic.
Great.
But like, other than that, I never really heard of like aliens, you know, from other cultures. Like you said, I've never heard of a Russian alien or like Russian people being like, oh, these aliens.
Black people, do we ever talk about aliens?
America seems like a big fat production. They do a lot to kind of keep us absorbed in our own bubble.
Yeah.
But American culture is so prevalent in other countries too. So it's like, of course, we would talk about it more in our movies because everybody around the world sees our movies. So it's
That's
like,
true.
if they did it I'm not saying they don't do it in different countries, but would America see that? Most likely not really. I don't know.
That's true.
And I wouldn't say that this talk about the alien sightings or like, oh, we've had aliens and we're making communication, all of this talk is not so much random. It's kind of been in tandem with this whole Project 2025.
It's calculated, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like the more that this election has heated up and now come to its ugly head, we now have a new president. Sip to that. Right? But yeah, I feel like this whole alien talk has been sprinkled in about that. And then also Diddy's case has also been come to the forefront.
Right.
Because I feel like the shit that Who
that?
Who is that?
I didn't
But the shit that P. Diddy has been pulling, like, they've been known. Like, that this stuff it's not news. Like, I feel like they're choosing this time to bring stuff to the forefront. I feel like these people have been, like, bringing cases forward. Now there's, like, a peak in interest, and now we want to actually, take on these people's cases. And
I have never agreed with that ideology that, like, oh, they're trying to distract us. Because things are being posted all the time everywhere. If you're tapped in, you'll find it. You know what I'm saying? So just because your timeline is talking about Diddy doesn't mean that, like, that's the only thing that's being talked about.
I know, of course, it's not the only thing being talked about, and they talk about like the real shit that's going down too. Like, that information is out there, but I think there is a method where they kind of put certain stories to the forefront.
Like whatever.
I feel like I think there's so much about everything that's on the forefront. You know what I mean? Like,
I used to think that too, but then so many people voted for Donald Trump, and it's like there ain't no way that many people voted for him. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but it's like they're pushing these stories. He has his own app called Truth, so it's like he's distracting his own people with things. But they can't focus on.
But they choose to because at the end of the day, hate is stronger than love, and these Trump pushes a big hatred, big bigotry type of like storytelling, whatever.
And
like
that's what I mean when I say that, like, I think certain media platforms like push certain content. They prey on people's psychology, like their psyche.
They prey on people who don't do their own
like
research.
What's going on?
Yeah, I think they take advantage of those people, but that's true.
Me, that ain't gonna happen. I am definitely trapped. I can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I saw that. Put it back.
No, yeah.
I know they do that. They like try to deceive the people that are uneducated, but it's crazy because they go on Google too.
Yeah.
But it's like I read about it. It's like they like sounding boards. Whatever they believe in, they like to keep hearing it. They don't like new news, or they call it fake news. You know, like everything that's against them is fake news. How is it fake?
And then also, how do you get?
But it's not fake news that you won, right? But it's only fake news when you lose. Bet. Got you.
But I feel like, okay, in that sort of instance, I don't feel like they portrayed it to be one way. I feel like the media showed both sides. Like, they showed the side of like, oh no, it wasn't rigged. They showed the side of like, oh, but it was rigged. I feel like every topic is talked about on a lot of media platforms. So that's why I can't say that they push one narrative, because they push both. Just because one gets more popular doesn't mean that they didn't push the other one.
Yeah.
Just because more people paid attention to it because they already follow it doesn't mean that they only pushed one narrative. It just means that, unfortunately, he has a bigger following. It's unfortunate that Trump has a big ass cult.
He has a big old app. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But like, there's plenty of media, plenty of outlets putting it out there, the truth. You know what I mean? The real truth.
But there's specific language used that appeals to the masses, and I feel like the masses in of itself tends to be one particular way. Like, there is like a general public type of mindset, and then there are the outliers that
I think there's a societal mindset for sure. But that, again, that doesn't mean that one narrative is being pushed just because a lot of people follow another one. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you could look at it kind of like religion. You could say that, oh, one religion is being pushed more than the other, but if you take a step back, you'll see that there is a lot about multiple religions, not just one. So, like, in that kind of example.
Yeah. I just think that, like, there's specific language that's used in certain media that's pushed out.
Certain media push it, like, for example, Fox News, they push more Republican media. CNN pushes more Democrat. They talk about both, but they push more of
right, but the fact that they're both easily accessible doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? Just because one has a bigger
look at how
following.
they describe, like, different types of people. Like, there's a black kid that gets into trouble on the news, and you know his whole, like, traumatic timeline, but, like, a white kid gets in some trouble. He was some type of, like,
graduation pictures.
yeah, like, he's on his way to college. He's he's a 4.0 grade average student. Like,
he killed 20 people.
It's the language. And
That's true.
All of that is very specific. It's not just, I don't think just the information's being put out there. Like, I feel like the language is intentional.
That's true.
The strategy in which media is pushed out is strategic.
But I also
That's
get
true,
it's up
too.
to us to look at both, but we're not going to.
Well, but I think that like in those sort of instances, a lot of those like CNN and Fox News, although they might be biased towards one point of view, a lot of times you'll see those channels have like debates where they bring people who don't agree with that point of view, who talk about these points. So while CNN or Fox may be more Republican, when they bring that Democratic person on who is talking about their point of views, just because the Republicans choose to listen to what the Republican is saying doesn't mean that the Democrat didn't have the same platform. So in that sense, is it pushing one narrative because everybody agreed with the other? That's what I'm getting at.
I don't know. That's a good question.
For real. Because you know what? I've been trying to find unbiased news outlets. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox. I go on this website called AP Fact Check or something like that.
Yes.
Fact Check for the Democrats and the Republicans. And that's where I get my stuff from because I like to see both sides.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many platforms where so many narratives are being pushed that I can't say that the media only pushes one, because you're on the media and you're seeing another, right? So that's why I don't always agree with like that statement.
Because like if I'm a hardcore Trumper, I'm gonna look at everything Trump. I'm not even gonna want to see the other side.
Exactly. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other.
But the other side is still on Google.
Right.
And you know you can literally look it up like.
I think that mindset is on both ends of the.
It is, yeah.
Like,
It
there's
is.
Democrats that are like, oh, I'm not going to listen to anything Trump has to say. Like, I'm not going to listen to any of that information.
Those
And
we
they-
call extremists.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I mean, shoot, I listen to Trump. They're not missing nothing.
No, for
And I listen
real.
to Candace
You know,
Owens.
I'm
This
starting
woman
to think that's
is
not
weird.
even the truth. I'm starting to feel like we do need to kind of lock in on what he's talking about because
Girl, I did.
I think
and it was
he's
some bull crap.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it is good to hear it for yourself.
Just because I feel like I think he's slick. I think he presents like this show and like where he's on TV and he's acting a goddamn fool.
Yes.
And it's probably gonna have us rolling our eyes like, oh, he ain't got nothing to say. But behind the scenes, he's being an actual really good businessman, a crooked ass businessman.
Right.
A really good one.
He's not presenting as somebody who's capable of that.
Right.
Exactly. That's how we
Yes.
got his
He plays as the underdog. Oh, my dad only gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Right, like
We see the truth.
Yeah.
But did he not mention his dad in 1973? They both got sued for not allowing black people in their
Oh, yes.
something like
Clock
that.
Yeah.
And
the Trump
they
Towers.
settled.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, where's that at? And why didn't Kamala Harris talk about that? Why did she bring up that dirt? I mean, she probably don't.
I
like
don't think
dirty.
she wanted to go
Take
to
her
the
time
top of
with
it. It was
her.
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
She wanted to
We
talk
can get
about
real political
policy.
on here, y'all. But that's not the
I
point.
didn't know that was
Okay,
we were even going
I'm gonna
with
bring
that.
it back now because we're about to get way too deep into
Girl,
politics, and
right.
that's not why I brought you guys on here. Okay. No.
Yeah, I feel
But
you.
conspiracy theories galore. I love it.
Mhm.
We're thinking our juices are flowing.
Better warm us up. Warm up.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting over bronchitis, so I'm coughing and laughing and wheezing all up in this mic. So
Wheezy F baby.
Wheezy F baby, and the F is so phenomenal. Never forget it. Anyway, okay, so back to the theme of the video, okay? So, like we mentioned, today is it's Jazz's birthday weekend. We're out here, we're celebrating, okay, we're turning up.
Yes, man.
How are we
Yes,
turning
I'm
up? Might you ask? I know you're so curious about what's going on. So we have a murder mystery party tonight, which is super exciting. And do I want to talk about how we started the day off, or do I want to get into the theme?
Let's take them through our day.
Let's
Okay.
come through our day.
curious. And I don't remember our day.
No, the day has been right. First of all, we've been running like chickens with our heads cut off. Like, but what is new? But I feel like today has definitely been on theme altogether. So we started the day, practicing our aim and we was shooting them up at the range.
Yes.
You forgot.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You guys, Jazz, this was your first time shooting, right?
It was, yeah.
It was like, I think all of our first time shooting.
No.
Except for Sydney.
Yes.
I was getting there.
My fault. Too slow.
We was bow today. And now we're gonna find out who did it at the party.
Who done did it?
Right.
Did he do it?
And we went through a little murder mystery of our own, trying to get into this place.
Oh my God.
Mystery
Clock
all
it.
around.
Clock
Find
it.
the clues to
Clock
figure it all
it.
out.
But let's talk about the shooting. The shooting was insane. It was my first time, and I think out of everyone, I probably was the most anxious. My hands were so sweaty, and I was so in my head, like I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to have a gun in my hand, please. But I want to say one thing that nobody ever warned me about was how loud it is
Oh
in that
my
bitch.
God.
Okay.
Like we knew it was loud, but that shit hurt my ear almost.
Okay, because when we're on the other side of the glass, you can hear the shots being fired on the other side. And it still sounds loud, but Jesus Christ, walking in there, we had earmuffs on, but it was still like a piercing, muffling sound. Like, oh, I did not like that at all. It was so scary.
I had a good time. I definitely am gonna keep doing that.
You are?
Yeah, like it was fun. Like legit, I just want to get better. You know, like I started off okay. I wasn't doing too bad. I was getting my little, he was gone for sure. He was getting
No, he was dead.
Yeah.
But I could do a little bit.
She went for the
A
jugular.
little quicker.
Okay. I said
I could do a
that.
little bit more.
Yeah, I still have to learn that. What is that called when you're pulling the top? What is that?
Cock it.
Oh, the cock.
Yeah, you like cock it back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the little
Cock it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still have to learn how to cock it.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
I was having fun
Every
with
shot
that
I
part.
got, it was like cock it.
I was
I
like,
felt like I was doing the same
see,
thing.
trust it.
No, once y'all mentioned that, I was like, wait, I didn't do that. And then when I went back in, I was like, did it? So I'm like,
Let me get it
I
right.
felt real official doing that. I said, hold on now, what y'all doing? I was loving that part. That was my favorite part. I said, oh, I got it. I was doing it for no reason. I didn't need to, but he was like, you don't have to do that. I was like, oh, okay. I'll go for it immediately.
no, that was so fun. I want us to like, keep doing new things together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like when you did the pole dancing class. Like I want to just keep doing this like every day.
Yeah.
Next time
Something
I'll actually
new.
get up on the
Let's
pole.
go do some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel that. Like
What
for
will we
sure.
do next?
I don't know.
Have you guys been ATV riding?
I haven't.
I have been.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like fast, but I did go.
Mine was it was like a tour and I wasn't driving, but I have been.
I wasn't driving either.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So we didn't really do
Okay, we didn't do it then.
Have you
Okay.
done ATV? No, I'm scared. Okay, we should do it.
It's fun. All over.
Think of it like a bicycle. What
Okay,
you
that
would
is
do on a
fun.
bicycle, do in ATV. If you
I'm
wouldn't do it on a
dead.
bicycle, please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
It's like 4 wheels.
I need a cage with mine.
Big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like open, like an open Jeep.
See, okay, I want
Okay,
to
that's what I thought.
be by myself that way I don't kill nobody.
Oh,
else.
same. I want to.
Just no, I need a designated somebody to take over the wheel
Exactly.
just in case I find out that I'm no good at this. I need someone to be there
I
to jump
feel
in.
that.
Just on the side of me.
Take
Like,
the
have a
wheel.
paramedic strap close.
You could just start slow.
And then press on the.
Almost.
It seems like it would be like driving, but I already know that little overconfident, self-assuredness in me is probably incorrect. Because I'm like, it's like a 4-wheel car. Like, I don't think I could go wrong.
Think of a golf cart, but you can just go a little faster.
You know what? I still have never been jet skiing.
Me neither.
Okay.
Okay, have we been jet skiing?
No, I have not jet skiing.
Are we down to do jet skiing? Sydney?
I'm gonna be on the side watching y'all.
So upset.
Do you swim?
Okay.
No,
Oh.
I hate the ocean. It's scary.
I don't know those.
That is valid. This is the ocean is.
And the waves be like, I'm not bump. When we on that boat ride in Hawaii, wait, were you the boat ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big boat, right?
Yeah, when it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I was like using y'all was vibing with
Oh,
it.
yeah, that
Thank you. Yeah.
So, I wanted to get off so bad. I wanted to go back to land
Oh.
as soon as possible. Yeah, I was trying to be cute and calm.
I mean, when you looked through the
Demure.
glass,
I was very No, I hate it. Like, it was so scary. I was like, Lord help me, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna drown. Like, no. We didn't have no vents.
sure did.
It was all going slow.
And the fact that it was like clear on certain parts of the ground, so like you could see.
Oh, that's the best part of Hawaii.
It was cute. It was really cute.
It feels so safe there, but yeah, that's true. Here, the water is very murky. You don't know what's going on.
That's part.
It's a little stressful. I feel that.
Like,
I feel
why
that.
would you look past my shit? I can see my toes.
So we're going to Hawaii.
That's what it sounded like to me. I'm the one here that hasn't been to Miami. That's crazy.
Hawaii.
Yeah. What did I say?
Miami.
I know I did it.
I swear to God, you can watch it.
I heard Hawaii coming out of my mouth.
She's like, I haven't been to Miami.
Miami is just everybody's booties out in Miami. It's just too much.
Oh, I love
For me.
Miami.
Yeah.
And then Hawaii is just really relaxing, family friendly, sexy vibes.
Family friendly sexy.
That was a wild transition.
Right.
She was giving you rain.
Right. It's giving grown and sexy. Like,
It does have a little bit of everything though. My favorite thing about Hawaii is definitely Waikiki. How the beach is right there. Like, you could be at like Cheesecake Factory, going to Nordstrom, shopping, and then you walk off and now you're at the beach.
that is.
Somebody want to
The
get
pizza?
There's somebody
but I didn't get it. It can't be.
We just got a letter.
I knew I heard it. Maybe it's the person.
Oh, to change the battery?
Oh,
Let me
hopefully.
cancel. Oh, I think that's the guy. Hello. Oh. Okay. I can't do what?
I called you.
Oh, you called me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, waiting like 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What's the pin?
Yeah, I didn't get a call.
I don't know. And I do call in the call box.
Okay.
Does he have
What's the pin?
Does he
The 10?
Yeah. Is in your phone or what?
Oh, are you talking about this? Oh, is it this?
Yeah, 4816. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, he was a DoorDash driver. So so I'm
he DoorDashed
gathering
the battery
because he can't be anywhere near us.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Oh, so he called the other guy.
Yeah,
not
and he said he
you.
was waiting downstairs for 15 minutes.
Oh my god.
Oh, so
How
he
did he get
DoorDashed
up?
the battery to us.
Somebody probably let him up.
Yeah. Well, it's really nice for him to commit and now
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing things.
Right, we're doing some things.
5
I'm
hours.
not interrupted.
Right.
I'll get it.
5 hours later.
Wow, this restaurant.
Okay, but I feel like there is a theme in of itself just in this conversation about we want to do something new every time we get together. We tend to get together for each other's birthdays, and the one thing we always tend to want to do is find some type of thrill. We, I think, as a group, just seem to be real thrill seekers. But I think there is a little bit of nuance amongst the thrill that's in this game.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to kind of get into and talk about.
So one thing that I like to do, I like to watch a lot of true crime, which I think is pretty cool because we're having like this murder mystery party, which is my first ever, which I'm so very curious how this is gonna go. But
Girl, I thought you were just clearing your throat because you asked me this.
Yeah, she's getting it. She's finding it.
I'm finding it. Yes, I love true crime. I watch true crime all the time. I watch true crime to go to sleep. I watch true crime on the way to work. I watch true crime in the morning, at night, in the shower. I love true crime. But mainly because I love to see like the depths of the human mind. Like how far can a person go? I like to see what pushed them. Like I said, how far they went. Like I just like all those crazy things. But one thing I really did want to talk about, I know Jazz, you say you're not that into true crime, which is very interesting because like why murder mystery? You know what I mean?
Why did I do murder mystery? Okay, I do like a good mystery.
Okay.
I do like I don't want to say psychological thrillers. It's not the thriller part that interests me. It's more of the psychological aspect. So I'm kind of similar to you. I think we just have like different avenues of going about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do your true crime, and I think I don't know. I'm more of a like people watcher. Like I'm kind of always observing people's behavior, and I'm kind of just learning and finding the patterns and making sense of people that way. And also, I do feel like I got enough crazies in my family to where I don't need true crime to see that. Like we got it right here.
I believe that. Okay.
For real. I'm like,
I see.
So yeah, but yeah, true crime is interesting. I think like I have like looked into certain things, but it just never like keeps my interest. I think I'm somebody who's really moved by like emotions, and I think emotionally true crime doesn't really do too much for me.
Okay.
Like it's a lot and it's like fucked up, but I can't say that like emotionally it makes me feel good or it's inspiring, or it never really hits me in that way. So I'm like more drawn to things like that, and so that's why I don't think true crime is really for me.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Cindy? Where do you fall on?
Well, first of all, my mother, she needs help, okay? Because this woman, every time I go to her house, every time the TV is on true crime, girl, I don't hear about no blood on no shoe. What's happening right now? They said they scanned the blood. It was positive for, girl, that's too much, okay? She puts it on just to pass time. That's irritating. Like,
me.
Okay. But she's so extra with it. And I do feel the emotion part, and like, I be feeling sad afterwards, for real. I be feeling so sad. But some do be inspiring when they be living. I'm like, oh, they fought for real. I'm like, she was in a truck, she keep that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, she got
because I only got one true crime that I actually like, it got me.
Yeah.
And that bitch fought for her life.
What
She's
happened?
angry like that.
Okay, so I actually found out about this on TikTok. I seen somebody talking about it.
Okay.
And so, I had to do my little detective work. And I found the original poster, and she basically had like a 3-part like series of her experience with somebody breaking into her home and essentially trying to kill her. It was to the point where, because he had a knife, he sliced like a part of her pinky off, and she seen it and was like, what the fuck? And then he started to run, try to get away, because whatever his plan was, it didn't fully go the way he maybe envisioned it. So she like runs after him, and they're fighting. Mind you, he has a whole ass knife. So he's just stabbing her. And there was a point where she says that she like lost the vision almost, but she was still just fighting for her life. Like, she was literally grabbing anything in life and whacking that nigga with it. And he was trying to leave, and she was like, no, we're gonna fight, because you just cut my fucking pinky off. Long story short, she realized that she couldn't see afterwards because he stabbed her in the head. And they ended up finding the man. She ended up finding out that he was a stalker of hers for like over 10 years through different states and everything.
Oh my god.
But she has like videos basically giving women advice on like what to do to prevent that from happening.
Wow.
So it's like things as like have a weapon in each room of the house, know exactly where it is, have some sort of like dog, or not dog, but like animal that can alert you, dog, a cat, a fucking bird, something that will like alert you when it changes. Don't live on the first floor as a single woman.
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah.
So I just thought that right there, that's getting me, because it's like, that's inspiring. Like, but you fought.
Damn.
You said, excuse me?
But that's why I watch true crime too, because it's very informative. It teaches you a lot of things, but also with more knowledge, you feel more nervous and scared.
That's true.
You feel more apprehensive about things. But it's like, either you take the knowledge and you feel scared, or you act bliss and then something happens to you, you're not prepared.
Yeah.
So that's why I like watching it, because it's like, dang. For example, there's this show called Fear Thy Neighbor. These people be getting into arguments and killing each other for no reason. All you gotta do is just not argue with your neighbor. Like, it's easy to be like, okay, well, they're saying something back, I'm gonna get them back.
Yeah.
Okay, then y'all gonna be dead along, because that's a lot of episodes. It's like maybe 50 episodes.
Yeah, no, I've seen that show.
Wild.
Yes, people are dead just because they couldn't walk away.
Yeah.
And that teaches me right there. It's like, sometimes you gotta walk away, especially in driving too. I'm a
yes
girl.
Yeah.
So I gotta learn, like, it's not worth it. Yeah, you can fight, but can you fight bullets? Like, no.
You fight bullets. That's
you got
Don't think you can.
Exactly. Don't think it's hot and they ready. Yes. That's what we gotta be in mind. Like, no matter how tough we are, things can escalate, and people can be hurt. There was kids getting shot. 12-year-old girl got killed because her parents couldn't solve an argument with her neighbor. Now your kid's gone,
You do
bro.
not know the state of somebody else's mind.
Exactly.
You don't know them. You don't know what the hell they're going through, what's normal to them. You don't know how far they will go. You don't know if you triggered them. I'm trying not to play
They're triggered by little. It can be so little things.
The fact that you don't have to do anything to find yourself in a situation where you're getting murdered or in some shit shows you that you need to not even provoke nobody. Add fuel to the fire and do something that'll get you in that position.
Exactly. That's why I watch it, because I'm like, you know what? It's very informative.
But where do you draw the line? Like, where do you guys, I don't know, have balance? Because consuming that a lot, like, it can't be good for the mind. It can't.
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm watching shows.
So you balance.
I watch all
I watch, hella balance. I love sitcoms. They're like my favorite type of TV show to watch. So if I'm not watching true crime, I'm probably watching a sitcom, like a random one, and I'm probably watching it for the third time. Like that's my way of balance. And I love romantic movies, romantic comedies too. But sometimes when I'm feeling like a little too complacent in life, I'm like, let me go watch a little true crime. Let me see. And I also, my thing is, I love international true crime. So I don't just watch like what's going on in the U.S. Like I'm trying to see what are they doing over there in China and in Korea and India and in Russia. Like what is going on? It just fascinates me that
they're supposed to be crazy too.
Exactly. Oh, even crazier. Oh my god. Across like human nature, I guess like across humanity, there's always those evil, bad seeds, and a lot of times they show up in, there's common denominators amongst them all, which is just so fascinating to me. Like how is it that like evil people in Russia are the same as evil people in Korea, and like they don't even know each other. They're worlds apart. Like, you know what I mean? The similarities. It just trips me out, and I like to see it. It even trips me out that like the type of destruction that we see in true crime is something that we've seen for eons. Like I could date it back to the 20s true crime stories that I've heard of that are insane. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, it's just fascinating to me, the depths of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching Kendall Ray. Y'all watch her?
Who's that? No.
She's a true crime person, but what she does, she's a YouTuber. But what she does is she gets money and she donates to
that's
their
good.
Mm-hmm. She donates to them. She also has like it's called Netmeg or something. Netmeg. It's for something for missing children. Mm-hmm. So she has like shirts and sweaters and stuff that she sells.
That's good. That's
so
good.
I like that. What I don't like is that lady with the makeup and murder.
Oh, I don't like her either.
I don't like it because
I've seen the thumbnail.
Yeah, I don't like her.
It's just not. It's not.
It's insensitive.
It's very insensitive, and she's making it like a show. And yes, we watch true crime shows, but they're more documentaries. They're not like, oh, new makeup and tell you about this murder.
Yeah, no.
Kendall Ray, she tells you, she interviews the people. You can tell like she feels for them. Mm-hmm. But Bailey Sarian, I don't see that with her.
Do you know who Stephanie Sue is? Rotten Mango. She's an Asian.
Yeah, I've seen her things.
I love her stuff too. She did do it like 4 parts.
Yes, I watched all of them.
I love her. So she does a lot of true crime too. And what was I gonna say? She gives back. She has a team of researchers. She also like has her team, and she also individually talks to some of the victims from a lot of stories. So like there was a story about this girl who went to maybe like Bali or like some island or something for a spiritual retreat, and she ended up losing her life to like this crazy story or whatever. But like she would be chatting with their family and like getting stories about, you know, the victim directly from the family and stuff, and sharing their story. And like she'll talk about cults, and she'll talk about the people who survived from the cults and be like, this is what they're doing now, and like it gives you a way to support those people. And I'm a fan of that.
That's exactly what Kendall Ray does. And you know what, I did have to unsubscribe to her, not because of her, because I was already going through stuff in my life, and I just kept watching her, and I'm like, it's making me, I was doing it every single day, and it was just too much because, like you said, she gets emotional, she gets the family involved, and when the family speaks, I just cannot. I'm like, okay, I gotta calm down, because it's like, it gets crazy. And when real stuff be happening in your life, like something real traumatic, like my dad has cancer, and it's like, once that happened, I'm like, I don't want to watch.
That makes sense, though.
I gotta take a break. You feel me? Because life is life, and I'm like, I need to take a little break because not feeling weird, but I think I'm back on it. Okay, I'm back on the true crime train. Okay,
I feel like it's normal to stray, because if you think about it, like you're just like watching these really sad stories all the time and like what's wrong with you.
I
So
have a balance. That's why
it's normal to take a break. Yeah, that's a part of the balance, you know. So
yeah.
kudos to you. Take your time. And that's another thing I like about a lot of like the true crime people who make the content, who truly care about the people that they're making the videos about or like what they're talking about. They will say, hey, this might be too much for you. If it is too much for you, take care of yourself. Come back for another video. Those kind of people I respect a lot.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are like, what do they call it, macabre, but they're into the dark and this and that. But they make it sort of like it's a game or something.
Yeah.
The dark part, that's not a game. That's a real life and it's real people's lives. And I don't like when people watch it and they make it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just into this, you know. I have to watch it. It just makes me feel. No. What about the people? They're real people.
Agree.
You feel me? It's like that's why I like true crime, because like I don't like the stories, I like the information.
Yeah.
And I just like connecting with people.
Yeah.
Even if it's through tragedy or whatever. I just like I just like connecting with them because I just feel like it's human.
Yeah.
We have a human experience. So I feel it.
I feel the same way. Well, guys, it's been super fun.
There's a party that's about to go on. We gotta get back on track. So.
Yes, the guests are coming. The outfits are about to come out. We're about to change. We're about to transform. If you guys want to know what's up, you can keep up with us on social media.
Yes,
we can start with you.
Follow me on. Damn, I don't know what plug. Child, follow me on Jasmine's Journal on TikTok and Instagram. It's JAZMYN, and then you know what's
Okay. So where can people find you?
You know, let me tell you a story. So it is Sydney with 2 Y's, Michelle _ on Instagram. And then on TikTok, let me see, hold on. Because I'm old, give Grammy a second. Follow me. Oh, Sydney Michelle, the same one on TikTok. Here you go.
Gram.
Yes. You know you can find me at nalia.ing and where can folks find you?
You can find me on TikTok as Sparkling Flame. Hello. We will link it below in case you don't know how to spell journal by accident or something. You know what I'm saying? We got you. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yes, and you can find us at Talk of the Valley here on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you catch your podcast.
As always, give us a like, comment. If you give us a really good comment, we will feature you in the next video.
Or you might even end up on the show. Last comment came from our one and only guest right here.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, be friends with us. Never know where I'll take you. But bye, guys.
Bye. We love you.